Hey, it's Gary from GTR Consulting. We're back with another in our continuing series of videos on millennials and Gen Z. Today we'll be taking you through another trend from our gTrend Young Adult Report. The gTrend Young Adult Report is focused on the 21 to 35-year-olds. Today we'll be talking about Byte-Sized Frenemy, which is one of our trends from our report. Millennials really like their technology. They love it, in fact. It can be the cause and solution to a lot of their problems. Let's talk about it. So millennials have a very interesting relationship with their technology. They really, first of all, love it, right? It does so many wonderful things for them. It opens the world to them. This person says, I love the constant connection. Even when I'm not using it, the feeling of knowing I can gives me a sense of security. Or this other person, without my phone, I feel like a hermit. I feel isolated. And it also is interesting because in the old days, everyone had to have a friend who knew how to do things. But now the internet is that friend. The internet is the one that knows everything and can provide you with any sort of information you might need. So the internet is definitely that person, but I still have to remain skeptical about what I read. Or the internet knows everything. So they appreciate this access to knowledge, but they have to be really careful about what it is they're listening to. But for millennials, technology also can have a downside. It really takes away their connection with people. They feel like they have a real loss of human connection. In a previous video, we talked about how this age group is pining for the authenticity of the past. So this is a great example right here. You know what sucks? Getting birthday wishes on Facebook. It prompts you, and then it's a one-click thing. No thought goes into it. No one calls or sends cards anymore. It's kind of sad. Now, what's happening there is they don't expect anybody to go to a Hallmark store and pick up a card and send them via the mail a card, but they are realizing there's something missing in their lives. And it's noticeable. And they also know that what they see online isn't always true. What their friends post online is always sort of the best representation of themselves. It's not necessarily who they are. This person says, since people only post their best selves online, that profile you create can get really fake really fast. And also, they're never really sure what they read is true. I don't believe anything I read online unless it's true, says most young adults, right? Because once it goes online, it becomes real. And so it's all the more important for a brand to understand how important it is to maintain their online presence. If you're not constantly checking it and making sure that it's accurate, there's a lot of misinformation that's out there. And they see how it's changed them for the worst. So one example is they don't have the ability to wait anymore. In the old days, they could wait, but now it's like technology is training me to think in 15-second intervals, or not having my phone for entertainment can make a short 5-minute wait feel like eternity. The constant connection can also be overwhelming, exhausting, frustrating. This person says, I love the efficiency of communication, but I feel overwhelmed that I can be reached constantly. This is overwhelming for these guys. They don't have a time where they can turn off. But like everything else, they adapt, right? And they appreciate this technology and what it's done for them. Technology has given me more informed view of the world outside my own. It has certainly made aspects of my daily life much more simple. I feel alone if I'm not connected. These are ways technology has done so many wonderful things for them. So it's difficult, it causes problems, but it's also a solution to many of their problems.
Notably, we've shown in our previous LinkedIn videos that the millennials are leaning into technology during this time. In fact, they're spending almost every waking moment virtually connected with their people.
So technology is both a friend and an enemy to these millennials. They love it. It does so many wonderful things for them. It causes them stress and pain and frustration, but it opens up the world while closing it down at the same time. In the coming weeks, we'll be talking more about our trend report, as well as having more interviews with millennials and Gen Z. Stay tuned. Till then,